Welcome to Face to Face. Our guest today is Prashant Palakurti, an entrepreneur in Boston area and also a philanthropist. On July 7th, he and his wife Anuradha Palakurti and their foundation is organizing the first ever Bollywood and Hollywood musical event where so many artists from both parts of the world have gotten together for a campaign to help India with a vaccination in the face of current COVID pandemic. Vax India now. We are going to talk to Prashant about how did he come up with this idea and how quickly this such a massive scale program was put together, how people can contribute and help, where they can go to get some more information. So, Prashant, welcome to our show and thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Pindra. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we have already done a couple of articles in Indian News, and we have been flooded with a lot of emails, questions from people asking about where they can sign up, and is your organizations are all non-profit, etc. So let us first start with uh, who are the key organizers and about them.
So first, I think the best place to go and access any data about this event, including how to go live, is go to its website, vaxindianow.com. So that contains a lot of information about whatever I'm going to say now. And that has the latest information as well. As artists join, as artists, add to the momentum, they'll all be in that list. So that is one of the nicest places to go to. And even on the day of going live, on the 7th of July, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I recommend that you go to their website. It will tell you how to hop into the actual program.
So 8 p.m. Eastern time in the US Standard Time.
Correct.
Because
correct.
we have a lot of viewers and readers in India
Yeah.
as well. So just wanted to make
Yeah.
sure. The US New York Times, 8 p.m. on July 7th.
Yeah, it'll be on the 8th July at 5:30 a.m. Unfortunately, in India.
In India, okay. Okay, good. So
Unfortunately,
that's
yeah.
Clear. And tell us a little bit about the program, right? Like how long it is going to last and how it will start and what will happen.
I suspect it will be a 90-minute program,
Mm-hmm.
and we have approximately 10 performances
Mm-hmm.
from live artists. And the way we thought it should be done, Upendra, is you should have a performance and then there will be a message. When we talk about a cause, what we forget is who it is supposed to impact and how that relates to what we do in our own lives. So we've got real life stories of incredible bravery from common Indians, what they are doing to combat the epidemic, and how their lifestyle is getting severely impeded, is more difficult without vaccinations. So we want to bring India back to normalcy, and so the event will contain performances. It will contain stories from India narrated by people most Indians will know the names of them,
Sure.
of real life stories. This is not some theoretical stories. There'll be stories of human beings who are actually doing stuff in remote villages of India, rural parts of India. We are focusing more on the rural India and underserved communities because urban areas, are anyway going to take care of themselves.
Okay. Now tell us about the organizations behind this giant event.
So it started off, Upendra, because my wife was watching television. She saw NDTV and she saw Delhi, the carnage in her hometown of Delhi, and she started crying. She started saying, "We have to do something, Prashant. We can't just sit like this." So we tried scrambling around. We tried helping with the oxygen, but even while we were doing all of that oxygen stuff, Upendra, I think you ran an article on that a little while ago.
Yes, yes.
In New England. Even while we knew that was not a long-term solution. That the long-term solution, as we know from our experience in the United States, is vaccinations. That's all the long-term solution is, and how to bring them. So I started thinking about it. I collected a group of people, and just you set off on a small thing. In the meantime, actually, my venture capital guy, the person who was an investor with me earlier, he said, "Prashant, I know you're retired, you're sitting at home. Why don't you do a concert and raise awareness and from the larger American uh, population rather than just Indians alone as a diaspora?" He just sent a mail. Juju was crying. I looked at it and said, "I can't sit with this. I've got to do something." So then I got into action. And then I had to find out this is a new business for me, Upendra, this entertainment business. As you know, I got this job as the CEO of Juju Productions as a, just strictly because of nepotism, not
Sure.
because of ability.
And those our viewers and readers are not familiar, the Juju production is founded by your wife Anuradha Palakurti, who is an amazing Indian American singer, fantastic voice. He has produced a lot of albums and also wonderful singer. Has sung with many Bollywood singers as well. So I just wanted to clarify that as well. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, Pendra. So when I took over, then I said, okay, let's do this. So I got to understand how to do this. But the amazing thing, Upendra, you just do one or two small things, and it kind of, when you embark on something good, a lot of good people join you, Upendra. And that happened to us. It just became a rolling stone, and it just kept on gathering moss. It just, people just kept on getting added, added, and added. And we were so proud of the assemblage of individuals that, and it's India, Upendra. Everybody, you see all the stars who perform there, whether it's Sting, Gloria Estefan, you name it, Alicia Keys.
So let's start with the US side of the Bollywood side of celebrities who are going to be. Just tell us some of their names and.
The US or the Bollywood, which one?
Let's start with Hollywood.
Hollywood, okay.
Yeah.
Hollywood, we have Sting. Started with Sting. Sting was the first person, and Sting has a very special place in his heart for India. He jumped up at my first ask. We have Alicia Keys. We have sorry, I'm sorry, the phone's ringing. But Annie Lennox, again, a big India lover. Asif Manvi, within minutes, actually, Arya, my daughter called Asif and asked him. He said he would do it. And Alan Walker, who is a wonderful Norwegian DJ. And we had Yo-Yo Ma. All these people, it just needed one call. Josh Groban, Andrea Bocelli, and Matteo Bocelli, David Foster, Gloria Estefan. All these people, Upendra, it needed one call and one conversation. And they said, yes, we need to get together for India. Because there's a lot of love for India in the
Sure. And also India went through real tough time with this pandemic, which was absolutely devastating. Luckily, things are slightly better right now. So, but still, lots need to be done. Now, let us talk about the Bollywood side. You have a lot of celebrities there have joined you as well.
Yeah, again, good people, Upendra. Just call them, and we are so fortunate that many people, I would say more than 50-60% of the people we approached said instantly yes, and they decided to participate in it.
I think throw some names from there.
Shabana Azmi ji, then we have Katrina Kaif, and of course Anil Kapoor ji, and
actually, I saw the whole very impressive list of. I was reading that the only one name missing from the list was the Dream Girl. So what happened to her, Hema Malini?
Well, for me to approach her with anything, fills me with fear. I couldn't approach her when I was 7 years old, asking for her hand. Abhi to main kya karunga, Upendra? As I grow older, I'm getting more scared of her. I was scared to approach her.
Well, you have hosted her in your home, so I think, but anyway, I just leave it to you. It's your discussion. And but what an impressive team you have really gathered together from both sides. And according to our research, I think this is for the first time ever in the history of entertainment that the celebrities from two biggest entertainment centers in the world, Bollywood and Hollywood, have really gotten together for such a big charitable cause. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, Pendra. I wish I could take credit for this, but the reality is that there's a lot of love for India, and there's a lot of care for India amongst the artist community. And we, even within the artists in India who participated with us, they feel passionately for the cause here, Upendra. And it goes back to the roots of, if you go back to 1950s and 1940s, Upendra, Bollywood, most of the social things, to make people right, as Martin Luther King said, to turn the arc of history towards the right. Bollywood always, front ran the country. They were ahead of them, their ideas, and we can name movies, Upendra, whether it is marriage rights, love, untouchability, whether it is crime of untouchability, whether it is equality, everything. Bollywood ran these movies right, and these stars have a tremendous conscience, Upendra. Sure. And we are very heartened that the people who joined us are with some of the biggest hearts and a very well-established track record of social justice.
Sure. Okay. Now, your last word on the program.
My last word is this, Upendra. There are a lot of good news. I'll make them in 4 points for all of us. So out of the 900 million people that need to be vaccinated in India, herd immunity of 70, 80%, Delta might be 80. So if you take it, we need 700 million vaccinations, out of which 100, I think approximately have been given. So we are looking realistically at 600 million vaccinations for India to come out of the woods, Upendra. Okay, 600, India has already done 10 million a day. So simple mathematics tells me within the next 60 days, it should be possible for us to, theoretically, of course, 60 days is enough for us to vaccinate India, but I understand practically it will be a little bit longer. But India has a highly efficient and committed network of non-governmental healthcare organizations that are under-resourced. And any injection of, number three, any injection of additional resources to these people will yield dramatic results, Upendra. So the primary partners we have of this program, UNICEF, AIF, and plenty of other organizations, Upendra, who have done a spectacular job that they have done in this crisis. And they are able to deliver vaccinations, Upendra, from anywhere between 32 cents to $5 per person. So look at it from a giver's perspective. For $1,000, if you give us, we can vaccinate 200 people. So I urge people to step forward with $1,000 at least and give it to this cause, because that is 200 people. It is worth something for us that 200 people can go back to their way of life and hug their neighbors, go to the mall and complain about the buys in the house, or say the product is expensive. They can complain about all the ladies, all the families talking to their neighbors. Upendra, the worst thing, if you see the cure for this COVID lockdown, is completely un-Indian. We're not supposed to meet our neighbors. We're not supposed to complain about our mother-in-law to my next door uncle, next door neighbor, and all these un-Indian, very un-Indian things we're asking people to do. We have to bring India back to normalcy, and it's $1,000, guys, for 200 vaccinations.
So if anybody wants to donate, they can go to vaxindia.com.
Vaxindia now.
Vaxindianow.com. Just want to repeat it. Vaxindianow.com. Okay.
There's a button there. You can give it in rupees if you're listening to this from India. You can give it in dollars if it's from here. And when you can give wires, you can send a wire, ACH transfers, you can mail checks. All the instructions are there. Please, guys, I would love it if each of you listening to this were to take responsibility for 200 people to vaccinate in India. That's $1,000 per head, and we can move a lot of things here.
Okay, and also since this is done by the non-profit organizations, their donation will be tax-free, at least in the US, right?
Yes, absolutely, US and India.
US and
India.
The
way the buttons are set up, our partner AIF set up a button for Indian collections that allows you to process the tax benefits equivalent of 501c3 in India.
Okay. Prashant, thank you very much, and all the best for the program. And I'm sure I'll be watching that on July 7th, the US time here. Thank you.
Thank you. 8 o'clock. Thank you.